Wavesound Audiobooks presents Finding a Way by Graeme Innes, narrated by Graeme Innes. Introduction. It had been raining steadily for 4 days, and the question of whether the fete would go ahead on Saturday was constantly up for discussion at the family dinner table. I was about 12 and very excited about the event taking place in the hospital grounds where we lived, as Dad was the CEO. I was the strongest proponent of going ahead, whatever the weather. Saturday dawned and the rain continued. "They'll have to call it off," said Mum. "The ground is far too boggy." "No, they won't," I said, eternally optimistic. "I know what we'll do," said Dad, who'd always been an ideas man. "We'll move the fete from outside on the lawn to inside in the hospital roof space." The volunteer set-up crew readily agreed. So at 6 a.m, the full-scale operation of moving the contents of 20 stalls, soft drink machines, fairy floss makers, public address systems, and all of the paraphernalia required for a successful fundraiser began. My mum and sister were in charge of the cake stall, carrying what they already had stored at home to the hospital and up in the lift. My dad and brother were wheeling trolleys of soft drink boxes to and fro, and carrying the bags of ice necessary to keep them cool. The family tradition of all hands on deck was deeply ingrained in me, and I was desperate to help. But that would be a challenge for a blind 12-year-old, where the environment was wet, muddy, and constantly shifting. My face fell further and further as one after another of the set-up crew told me there wasn't anything I could do. As it had done often in the past, and would do again and again during my life, my dad's warm hand on my shoulder saved the day. "There's more than enough jobs for everyone today," he said. "The only puzzle is working out which one you can do. And I've solved the puzzle. Come and drive the lift." The lift was the pinch point for the whole operation. Everything and everyone going to the fete had to go up in the lift, and due to the high demand from the ground floor and the roof, it was constantly tripping out and causing delay. "I'm going to override the automatic system and put this on manual, and I want you to drive it," Dad said to me. "If this lift doesn't keep going, we won't have a fete." I couldn't have been prouder. I stood 2 centimetres taller and spent the next 12 hours driving that lift, eating and drinking while going up and down, and strategically selecting quiet times for rushed toilet breaks. No one else was touching those controls. There was no way I was letting down my dad or risking the fate.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?